All right, guys. So, hello, good afternoon, evening. Today is Thursday now. We're having our Zooms on Thursday night instead of Wednesday. Corporate Zoom for new distributor training is on Wednesdays. So, new month, new day of the week to do this and also to not conflict with other stuff that's going on. So, this gives us some free time and not have to worry about rushing and or anything else. So, first off, today is March 3rd, and we want to make sure we go over some beginning of the month things for you guys. Firstly, same thing every month, but maybe it need to be reiterated. Maybe someone need to hear this information as we say exposure 7 times at minimal before you get it. So that could be that. Firstly, auto ships. Auto ships is something that we all must be doing right now due to the fact that auto ship is needed each month to process so that you're qualifying for the Dominican Republic trip to Punta Cana. So, so basically, auto ship is doing a monthly order just like your customers do, except the difference is we get commission qualified when our order is 80 points or more. Right now, the best BV for that is doing the 14 easy package, 129, 100 BV, super simple. But if you need to break it up into pieces, maybe to get, I don't know, something, something, or something. Me personally, mine's is 4 bags of sugar cookie until they kick me out of sugar cookie. That's me. 4 bags of sugar cookie is 84 BV, I think it is 82 to 84 BV, 117 plus $4 because it's 121 or 123, something like that. And that's my order. So if you need just a 4 bag of coffee, that's a commission qualify you. Otherwise, it's 2 to 3 products that'll do the same justice for you. So best way to run your business is by qualifying and getting your auto ship process the first week of the month. This is something that we're striving for company wide. Why you say it gets it out the way, firstly. Secondly, it stops you from not getting a paycheck because you may wait to the last minute and say, oh, I'll run it on the 25th and don't pay attention that it declined or didn't go through. So this gives you time to check it and check on it if you need to change anything. Thirdly, I just had a whole squirrel moment, but it'll come back to me. But anyway, it's important to do. Oh, I know what it is. Thirdly, running it at the end of the month causes backups, where if everything is running on the 25th, your order will not be processing and being shipped out that next day like it be super fast when you do it earlier in the month. So end of the month slows things up. This is something else that they're going to be working on company wide for your loyal customers as well to push their dates back to not all be on the 25th. That helps them also with getting their products earlier and not having a back date on things or slowing up the process because it's too many orders going through that day. For example, I placed the order on the last day of the month and it literally just shipped today. Usually when I place an order, which is like for my auto ship that actually it shipped the same day as the auto ship. When I placed the auto ship that yesterday, that actually shipped today too. So both of them shipped at the same time frame. So that's the importance of doing it early where it doesn't get caught up in all the clutter, clutter, clutter. Another thing I wanted to go over is some, yeah, just throw it. Thank you. This oldest be ducking the camera. So another thing I want to go over with you guys, I was talking to some of y'all earlier during our journaling session, and I don't even remember how it came up, but we were talking about my customer retention system. And I realized the last video I did on that was 2 years ago when I gave the recording, and I didn't know it was that long ago. So if any of you guys, first off, have any questions about auto ship for us before we move on, I just want to make sure. I've been putting 14 easy on my auto ships. It's the first of the month. Thank you, Kathy, for that. 2 bags of chocolate berry smooth. Oh, perfect. Yep, that's an easy peasy. Okay, sorry, hanging around the kids too long with the easy peasy. So I want to go over with you guys my system. I just ordered 120. Did not order an auto. Just place the order from within the order. Yes, please. This is what you need to do. Because you placed that order through your account, all you have to do is submit a ticket and say, please change this order that I just placed to count as my reoccurring order for the month. So you go to log into your eSuite, click support, and submit a ticket and say, please count this order that I just placed on my account, order number, because you want to get specific just in case some people may not have all the brain cells. You don't know who you might get. Somebody probably missing something that day. Please use this order number, blah, 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 to count as my reoccurring. You want to utilize that word reoccurring / auto ship order for this month. So that way it'll count. And it may take them like a couple hours at max, maybe the next day to do it, but you'll realize that it's done when you go back and see that the order went through. You'll see that the ticket was done. So if not, and it does not go through, then speak to Rusty and he can bam it for you. All right, so that's that. Now let me move on to customer retention. Now for me, I am big on speaking to my customers. I'm big on taking care of my customers. I'm big on talking to them, building relationships with them. A lot of my customers upgrade to become distributors due to that factor. And it helps out a lot with your residual income, which is how we have long-term income. And that comes from our customers that place orders or stay on as customers. So for example, I utilize a customer tracker. That's one thing I do. This customer tracker I fill out every month. It's a monthly thing I do so that I can keep track of them. I want to show y'all the blank one first. So let me just turn it around. How about that? So this customer tracker, okay, here we go. All right, lighting, there we go. So this customer tracker here, it just literally has their name, ID number, the date they're signed, and it gives you little checks here to be able to check in on them. Don't worry, whoever needs the actual form, just message in whichever chat you're in, and I'll send it there, and that helps out a bit more. So this form, I just put the date on each month, and I fill out the customers from that month. I do it in order, and I check it off as to when they're ordering. So for example, last month in February, I had 11 people. So out of those 11 people, I spoke to all of them. When I speak to them, it's about 2 days after they order, because I go back into personally enrolled. This is the easiest way to check your new customers. I go into personally enrolled team. They're most likely still highlighted green because it's less than 3 days. And I click on it. And if I see that their order shipped, then I send them a message and let them know that their order shipped. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Chris, let me clarify something to Kevin. Since this is your first month in the business, your kit qualifies you, if this is your first month to be on commission qualified, your first month in the business, if it's during the month of March.
When is your join date? Was it February or was it March? Because technically your first month is kind of off due if it was last month or not.
First month was February. I ordered the kit in February. So this 125 BV tonight was, in my mind, for March.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
there's 2 things that happens. You can add another $25 to it to make it a total of 150. But Kevin, if you'll call me tomorrow, we'll call my BAM and we'll take care of straightening that out for you.
Sounds great. Thanks, Rusty.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. That'll work even better than all those messages. Just unmute and tell us, right? All right. So the first message, I send them within their first 2 to 3 days, because that's how fast it takes our stuff to ship. Only way it takes longer than that is if they order on Thursday or Friday, and there's nothing that ships out Saturday and Sunday, or sometimes Monday. So that's the only time that it's a little bit of a stretch. But I check on it, I see if their order shipped, and then I message them and let them know that their order shipped, check their email for the tracking and see if they see it. From there, this is doing a couple things. This is firstly letting them know that first that you're actually checking in on them. That's one thing. The second thing is letting them be able to see that they're getting emails from us. Some people don't see the email and it'll be in their spam folder. And once they actually get that from their spam folder, they'll be able to see all future emails, which means that the one that's going to come on 5 days before their next auto ship processes, they'll see that reminder email too. So it's important not only for their first order to be with the tracking number seen, but it also lets all their future orders be something that they see emails for too. So it's doing a few different things. It's helping you take care of them, but also helping them be able to see future auto ships too. So that's the first thing I do. After that, there's a next section on this form that says 2-week check-in. At the 2-week point, I'm just taking them, I'm messaging them again and just saying, hey, just checking in on you to make sure you received your product and started it. A lot of people buy products and they just put it on the shelf and they never use it. And then once they finish their 3rd month, guess what happens? They want to stop ordering. Why? Because I got too much product. You got too much product because you were too worried about the BV firsthand and you were signing people up for 500 BV, knowing they wasn't going to take $500 worth of product because you didn't check in on them. So this helps you with checking in on them, making sure they take the product so that guess what happens next month? They at least stay with that same BV or they increase it. So that's the 2-week check-in. Then the next check-in, it says on here is a 2-month check-in. I check back in with them week 3, which is also the same thing as a week prior to their next order processing. Why? Because I want to speak to them before that email comes out saying what they're going to be getting on their next auto ship and the price and everything. That way, when they get that email, it's already updated with whatever we change their next auto ship to. So you'll see that on that form too. And then after that, it's a 3-month check-in on there, which is speaking to them before the auto ship processes, again, same way. And just in case y'all need to change anything, the date or making it earlier to process, any of that stuff, you're able to do it. And then the last section you'll see on this form is going to say, ask DT. And ask for DT is just speaking to them about, hey, I know you're loving these products. Would you be interested in maybe getting paid at the same time as utilizing the products? Or it may be, hey, instead of being a DT, it may be them doing month 4. Hey, I know you completed your 3 months, but guess what? If you place another order for the 4th month, I'll also throw in some free products with it, which is true because the company on their 4th order gives them free shipping and gives them free samples, just so you know. So only thing you're doing is making it personalized where it's like it's coming from you, not so much as saying the company. It's all you can just say from you. So that helps out with a lot with being personalized. Now, moving on from there, I got something else I do. I have an index system. Now, this index system is, let's see if I can share it on here. And it lights up. Okay. So this index system here is 1 through 25. And what this is everybody's auto ship that's set up to process on whatever date it is, 1 to 25. That's where they are in this index folder. Only thing I do is put their name. Let me see if I can find one. I'll use one from here. I'll use the old one. See if anything on here to take off. Her number doesn't change anyway, but okay, that's cool. So only thing I do is put their name on here, phone number, email, who I placed them under. This was back when placing happened, so this is old, as you can see, a 2-year-old card. Their ID number, and I will put their password here if I was the one that processed their order for them, or I'm the one doing the editing, I will put it there. And then I also then put what date they ordered and what they ordered. And usually I'll check back in each month and write down what they've ordered after that, but you're asking for too much green, okay? I at least get this together. So I have 2 boxes. This box here is my current LCs that are currently ordering, and I have them 1 to 25. I also have 26 to 30 only because there'll be a person that say, oh, I want to place an order on the 27th. So I'll move them to the 27th and then I'll check for that date. Then, I'm sorry, I'm about to over organize some of y'all out, but this works for me. So I'm just letting y'all know for anybody else that may have my brain. I have this big old box here. This is every loyal customer I've signed within the last 4 years because I've been doing this index system for that long. I have this by alphabet, so it's A through Z. So I have it all by everyone's first name. So every time someone's auto ship finishes, I move them over to this box. Now what happens is it makes it easier for me now to find them. I was going to organize it by product they order, but that won't work. So this is basically the easiest way. And this helps out with finding all of my old loyal customers. And then this one is my current one to keep up with. Does anybody had any questions about any of that before I move on? Just unmute and ask. It's okay. It's a lot faster than me reading. No questions about all that greenness I just gave y'all. No questions. No questions. Everybody just want to look in awe. Okay. All right.
Let me,
Oh,
go
here
ahead.
y'all. See, I had to say it 3 times. Go ahead.
I couldn't get off of mute. I was trying to get off of mute.
Oh,
So isn't there an area in the back? I saw something that says, it's like a spreadsheet, like an Excel spreadsheet. Wouldn't all that be on there?
you talking about an e-suite?
I don't know. I'm kind of new, but
Chris, I think she's talking about the paper below your file box, maybe.
This is the customer tracker spreadsheet. Is that what you mean, Belinda?
something in the back office that's a spreadsheet.
Oh, something in the back.
Would it be on there?
Yeah, I'm a paper person. I really don't techie much on the e-suite side of things. There's also ways to keep up with your customer things too through Connect. The Connect app also has alerts where it reminds you to follow up with your customers that way too. But there's times that I'll have customers that rejoin with me and or upgrade or stuff like that, and they don't show up because I've been doing this for so long. So some of y'all in the newer side of things won't have this issue that I had, where if they rejoin back, they something, they've already appeared once. So if they have again and they re-sign up, they won't be in my actual system. I would have to manually put them in. So me, I'm a person. I'm visual. I'm a paper person, and I have to see everything. If I don't see it with me, I'll forget it or not to me.
I just peeked back there real quick. It's like an archive that's back there, and then it has an export. So when you hit export, it shows the Excel sheet that has everything in there already.
Oh, that's the next level of green. I ain't there. Sorry, I ain't there. That's the next level.
Oh, that's what I do. That kind. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't Excel. I can't tell you a thing about much. I know how to use it, but that's not me. I don't even own a computer. I'm only iPad, iPhone. That's it. So that keeps me away from that. Anybody? Oh, Rusty had a question. What was yours, Rusty?
Yeah, it's a comment. So, you treat your customers how you want to be treated. And so, if that's what you like, and we've been in business for 20 years, Robin and I, we've got customers that's been with us 15, almost all 20 years. Every month we follow up with our customers. And here I do the same system as Carissa does, because I have to write everything down. But if you become my customer today, every month I'm going to be sure that in the first couple months, I'm going to call you about every other week. How's it going? What you doing? And when you make them feel that special, but every month they're going to get that phone call on that particular day. And I keep the file cards. They're like tomorrow's the 4th of March. We got so many customers to call on the 4th of March because that's the way we do business. And every day it's just like that. And I communicate with that customer where their favorite deal is email, text, or just a phone call. But also about every 90 days, and some people say, well, you can go do this card company. No, my grandmother was a preacher's wife, and she filled out a handwritten card to my customers when they first get in with me. And And about every 90 days, they're going to get a handwritten thank you card. I'm going to keep me. And they say that is so cool because you took the time to write that card out. It's just real simple things. You buy at the dollar store for like hundreds of cards for almost nothing. But it's the point you took time to sit down and actually write that card out. You're doing something different than everybody else. And to piggyback on the auto ship, you guys are in business. Number one, your business should be open on the first day of the month, but that's not really why you run the auto ship. You are commission qualified. You run it because you're creating a story. You desperately, there's not one person on the Zoom or one person you know don't need something in our mix to make you healthier, to put you in a position to feel good, to feel great. Because what you're doing is you're creating your story. Is because the product line is what creates the story. It gives you the fuel and everything else you need to become more active. And as you get more into your story, you're not selling anything, and you're able to share that back and forth with your customers. But also as you craft that story, because you're crafting it with the product line and it is really working, it works, has over 20 years of before and afters with the product line, also the business. The product line is not on trial. The business model definitely ain't on trial. So what is on trial here? Us, each one of us. And you want to get better and you want to get healthier, because I've never seen anybody that really wanted to be sick or not productive. So you're most happy when you're taking care of your body. You're creating that story that you're able not to sell it, but to share it to other people. And you can't do that if you're just licking and missing in a product. But I promise you one thing, you don't ever want to get in the shape I was in 16, 18 years ago, when you didn't take care of you. And all of a sudden you was put in a position, if you didn't hurry up and something happened, you wasn't going to be here. And so that's why I'm so adamant in the areas that I'm adamant in, especially my working out. And we don't miss any of our products. You know why? I love to feel good. It's a new addiction. And when you get addicted to feeling good, and you get addicted to liking what you see in the mirror, and you get addicted to forgiving yourself and say, look, when I first got on this journey, you look in the mirror and you apologize to yourself for being so mean to yourself, but not taking care of you. Anybody can make an excuse as to why you can't do it, but most people have no problems running through drive-throughs and going to little convenience stores and putting the stuff in that's actually killing us. But you know what? When you start loving you, I'm not saying I don't cheat every once in a while, because I'd be lying if I said I didn't. My wife is a master cook, and she makes some good groceries over here. Some of that soul food, that country food. And the other night I walked in and she had this big old banana pudding lit in there, and I thought, holy Jesus. I was like Fred Sanford. That's probably most of y'all. That was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. I was having the big one, Elizabeth, because there was that banana pudding, and she knows I love it. And she did it because she loves me after all these years. I only ate Carissa. Please don't tell Lenise. I only eat one spoonful. It was a big one, but just one. She ain't on here, is she? But anyway, I drank extra juice the next day. I promise I did. But you know what? The one thing is, take care of you. Your kids depend on you to be healthy. What you want to be is become asset minded. Would you treat your animal or your expensive new truck that you just bought? Would you treat your banking account like that? You got to treat you better than you treat anything in your life in order to incur that value and become that asset. Because if not, you will always be a liability. And if you're a liability in your health, I promise you, everything in your life is falling down. You can't go but so long. And all of a sudden, when you go out and everybody else was dependent on you, and you go down, already done it. When you go down, who's going to take care of you? And what does that do to your family operation? You have to run your family, and you have to run everything just like a business. It's like Jody's on here. Jody has been a customer of mine but a friend of mine for 20 years, been a strong customer since the summer. Jody just upgraded to a distributor because what? He loves the way the products is doing him. And you know what? He's willing to share the story. That's where Mr. Sizemore and his wife comes in at, because they just upgraded to become distributors. You know what? Because they want to share the good news with other people. And therefore, if you do this thing correctly, and it's not hard, it's just making this a priority for an hour or two a day to do this thing correctly. When you do it right, you only have to do it right once. And that adds value, but that adds foundation. If you take care of your health, there's other programs out here. Somebody told me about the 75 hard. I said, well, hell, there's 365 days in my year. It ain't just 75. I got to get committed to every day the rest of my life, because I love to feel good. And this product line, well, I'm just going to do it for 90 days. No, you'll get started in 90 days. I committed to this whole way of life for the rest of my life. You know, looks like it's working pretty good. I like feeling, I like feeling good, and I'm beginning to really love what I'm seeing in the mirror because my little granddaughter's coming in August now. And so I said, I'm gonna look like I walk off a GQ magazine, but I can't do it if I don't open my business up on the first day of the month. I can't do it if I don't get committed to this way of life. And my business won't sustain itself if I don't take care of my customers, if we're not here to support you. We all have those weak moments and times or whatever. It's just a matter of doing like Carissa and I talk, we talk every day and almost every day for 10 years. We commit things to paper. We love to journal. And when you start journaling your life in the paper, and here's an exercise. I did write a best-selling book and I lectured at some major colleges. And I lecture in the entrepreneur program department of Winston-Salem State, A&T, East Carolina University, Georgia Tech, where I went to school, and some more universities. And I love to work with the kids. And most kids, they come from all assorted backgrounds. Number one, you teach them, you got to take care of you. You're young now, but as things get, as you begin to sell your dream to somebody else for an hourly wage or a salary, things begin to go to head in a different direction. You don't mean for it to. It's just the way they trained us in society. And you don't have to go with that training. And so what I tell them, I said, here's what I want. Every one of you want to be the first millionaire in your family. You want to be the first to get your mother a home. You want to be the first in a lot of areas you can. I said, take this ink pen. And every one of you, y'all have an ink pen? Put a 1 in the chat if you have an ink pen on your desk or your table. Come on. Do this thing right one time. Because out of one time is all I've done it. And we're just getting better as we go. I'm not saying I'm great. I wouldn't be nothing without you guys. It's the teamwork. It makes the dream work. But I want to teach you a little hack that we've taught these kids, and most of them are leaving there in the AB honor roll. All because you put the positive in their head, but it's what you think about you that matters, not what I say or think about you. And I think every one of you winners. I think every one of you going to Black Diamond, this Black Diamond Club we just started. I think every one of you, we're going to hit it all together, but it's going to be the biggest ever in the history of this company because we're going to make history. So take that ink pen. I want you to write a definition of who you believe you are right now. If you don't really feel well about yourself and you're kind of down, write it down. Just be honest. If you're not honest with you, if you lie to you, you have no problem on to everything else and making excuses about everything else in the world. And when I talk to people, and the first thing you say is, well, I know there's an excuse coming. Well, I'll try. I know that's your way out of quitting. And that's predictable. Become unpredictable. So you write down the definition of who you believe you are today. And you go a year from this day and you write a blockbuster definition of who you're going to become. And every day you make those 2 inquiries in your journal. And I promise you, you can write yourself from where you are right out of that life into that blockbuster movie. Because anytime you've ever read a book, you watch a TV program, or you listen to any song, I don't care what it is, somebody's only singing or telling or acting their story out. So you have a story to share. You have a blockbuster movie to produce. And that's what you're doing now. Day by day, you're producing this movie. You want to produce a sick movie where you feel sorry for you, and you want to see where I'm getting better every day. I'm becoming a warrior. Whatever you write down, you'll be surprised when you start committing your thoughts and that commitment to paper. You'll be surprised how you start to change to go to the next level. Nobody's ever done the most. Nobody's ever made the most yet. And right now, the greatness that you have within you, write it out of you. All the stuff you were born with, commit that to paper and write that blockbuster movie. And I bet you one thing, if you're suffering from depression, you write yourself right out of it. If you're suffering from the lack of, I'm just poor, and that's the way my family was, so what? You write, if I'm going to be the first millionaire, I'm going to be the first annual millionaire, write yourself out of it. Write yourself into that life you want. And you'll be surprised. And when you start committing to paper, your behavior start to change. When your behavior start to change, your physical well-being changes, your attitude changes, your business changes, and everything you do in life begins to change. If any of that makes sense, Carissa.
Definitely does. I hope that everybody's mindset is on point, where you're reading and doing what needs to be done to grow it. Not only that, but utilizing what you learn to grow. So between that and everything he said, I want to go on to another topic, and that is your network. A lot of you guys are new, a lot of you guys aren't, but everyone needs a network. Everyone starts within their warm market, which is their friends they already have. And then from there, you expand your market. The way I expanded my market and now is a little different, but about the same. I started from friends to still stay within the mutual people locally. From there, I stretched it on to the friends. I stretched it on to referrals to then grow me. And next thing you know, it became out of state to be all across the place. And from there, it then became me posting on their wall and getting their friends more interested. Friend requesting their friends that they have. Now it's more so of you can still do that, but you're growing it even more. And once you're growing your network by continuing to friend more people, making sure that you engage with these people is what's going to help as well. So something that I do to help with my engagement is every day making sure that I take time out to engage with people. I'll do a scroll for like 10 to 15 people, whoever pop up within that time frame. If it's any of y'all get that love. If not, then I'm intentionally no, intentionally, because on purpose, whatever word it is, I'm on purpose going to their page now, going to the next people that I'm going to engage with. And these are everyone's birthdays, mutual people. So I click on my birthdays for that day to see whose birthday it is. I inbox them and tell them happy birthday. From there, I go and see how many mutual friends I have with that particular person. Whomever their mutual friends are, I go to their pages and I engage with them. That's the easy way that I do engagement. What it also does is helps me filter through people that need to stay on my friends list and who doesn't. The same thing with birthdays. When I inbox them, if I see that they're not presently active within the last 24 hours on Facebook, I'm now going to go to their page and look and see if they've been active on Facebook. If they haven't, then guess what? I can unfriend them. That has helped me with filtering through my network as well. So those two things are tips to help with not only growing your network, but also working with the network that you have so that when you put posts out, you don't have 0 to 5 people liking it. You actually have people engaging with you. And then also being yourself on social media help, not just post, business. Nothing is about you where they get to know who you are, or everything being serious all day where they're like, blah, she's serious all day. Nobody want to speak to her. Or blah, she's always in a grumpy mood. Nobody want to see that. Or blah, she's always sad. Nobody want to see that. Because I know me personally, if you somebody that's always looking for the sadness of a situation and posting about just that, I don't want to see that. I'm a happy person. I'm sorry. I don't care how much of your real life it is. You can let it out once a week, but it does not need to be a daily thing. So if you have that and you need to let it out, do it once a week, but don't make it daily because nobody wants to see that all day, especially when you come on social media to be happy. You come on there to get away from life so you can see what's going on. You don't come on there to get the downpours that's already going on with your own reality. So realize that and speak about that when you're doing posts. And that you out with more people actually staying in tune with you and not unfollowing you. They may not unfriend you, but they will unfollow you where they don't even see what you put out there. So be you and actually, speak to people, engage with them, show your personality a little bit. It's not hard to do if you're actually someone that's liked by people. All you have to do is just show who you are. Your reels can help with that. Just me putting out whatever comes to my mind is like the worst because I'm unfiltered as it is. So anything I just put out, I just talk about. So it helps. Excitement, any small wins help. People love to celebrate each other. If not, they got to go too. But be able to have talk about those different things. Everything don't need to be just post because I'm looking for customers. You can find them same customers when you engage with your people, when you fill up your stories with stuff, when you're telling people happy birthday and they see that y'all talked in the past and maybe it can bring back a new conversation, things like that. So if you're getting 0 to 5 likes when you post things, just take that post down and just reevaluate your social media because you got to be able to put things up that people actually do want to see. And if they want to see it, they will interact with it. So that's a bit on networking and building a network. Any questions on before I move on to something else? 'Cause I got a lot of topics. And I put all these things that I've talked about chats already. So if you're not in any of these chats, I've already put them in. Message me because I'm not sure how to get on here. You ain't in some chat, so just message me.
Hey, to piggyback off what you said, Carissa, you're going to track exactly what you're putting out there. If it's negative, you want all those negative people following you around. They ain't going nowhere. Always be happy. If you woke up this morning and you can breathe and you can see and you can walk and you can smell and you have all your five senses, you have everything to be happy for and excited about. Go share that kind of love with other people. When you start sharing it because you're just excited about, I'm alive today, I can actually walk today, I can actually get up on my own accord. I can see with both eyes. You know, that don't mean anything. Today, I went to my health club today, and there was a guy in there in a wheelchair. Didn't have any legs, but he's in there doing what he could do, and it touched me. And I thought, wow, here I can come in here and do all the stuff that me and my buddies get to do, and here he's in here. You would never think he was handicapped. He didn't see it. All he was just coming after it, and he grunting and growling. And you know, that was such an inspiration to me. I said, "You're my new hero." Got to meet this guy, and he said, "Hey, anybody can make an excuse about anything, so I don't have no legs." I mean, I almost started crying. Chris, you know me many years. I don't cry, but it just hit me in the heart. So many excuses are made for well-able people that you can go do it, and what you're getting in your life is you're attracted. And the day you make up your mind, this is all bullshit. This ain't happening no more. I know that's adult, but you listen to crazy music, pump that stuff in on your TVs. We got to get real. When you become a multimillionaire, you're going to get real with yourself. And when you say this is the end of it, I'm not doing this any longer. This does not go in my world. My world and where I'm going is total different. So be able to pivot from where you are. I don't care how bad it is. You can always make it better. You can always find the solution out of everything. That's what's so great about this business. When you talk to your customers or people about, you ask the right questions, they'll give you the problem. You create the solution, where it's a product solution or it's a money solution. And therefore, then you back them up. And when you start to back them up, we have a team here that's going to work with you to help you get to where you want to go. You get there one step at a time. I had a little girl text me a while ago, sent me the picture where I just got her on our product, got her on our plan. I said, if you do it right the first time, you'll never have to do it again. And we celebrated her walking her 30 minutes at a 14 incline. Her third day, she said, I felt like quitting, but I just kept thinking, if I could just get it done. It's hurt now, but it's going to be better. And I got to celebrate her before I got on the Zoom. And you know what? It makes you feel good that you've said something that's inspiring to that person. It's going to change her life, because I know she's got 3 kids. The lady cuts my hair. What hair I got left. And you know what? Just to sharing a story with her while she's clipping my hair. Wow, it gave her hope that she can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. The one thing that if you're going to win on a higher level, one thing you'll stop doing, you'll stop making excuses as to why you are where you are. It just, no, all I know is where I'm going. It don't matter what. See, if you live in your history, that was from a second ago to the day you were born. But if you start becoming futuristic and you start living your future, you can live any dream that you want to. Don't matter what your educational status is. It don't matter what your race is. Your gender. None of that matter. It has no bearing. What has a bearing is your willingness to take the action to where you want to go. And you can pivot from this lifestyle right now to anywhere you want to go. And just make up your mind that you believe you deserve it. You're going to fall in love with you again. And you're going to be on a honeymoon with you the rest of your life. And we're going places y'all ain't, none of your family ever went. You know how I know that can happen, Carissa? And she's been with me playing all over the world. It's because it never happened to anybody in my life, but a very select few people. The only family I got around the world are missionaries in foreign lands. And I commend that. But you know what? I just wanted something a little different for my wife and kids. And so we pivoted. I got tired of being real poor. I got tired of being real sick. And so I pivoted. I had to take it into my own hands. I wasn't waiting on the doctors or whoever else. I'm gonna do this myself. And here's where I won. I found a couple mentors. One of them, Mark Pentecost. How'd you do it, Mark? He started telling me the dream and the vision, how you could do it. And if you would just get in and help other people achieve it, you go anywhere you want to go. That was over 20 years ago. We still getting it. We're still living that lifestyle. But you know what? It's not fun playing by yourself. I need all y'all to show up and let's just play together. Does that make sense, Carissa?
Another thing I want to go over is just overall understanding that we are a team, we are a company, all working together, all with the same goal in mind, as to getting to whatever level of success that we want, and working together is going to be that way to get there. So everyone is just understand we are a team and work together. So utilize teamwork, team spirit. If anybody needs anything, be willing to share with them or whatever is needed. That's only going to give you just some great karma back. But just understand at the same time that we all work together. We all got the same goals. Everyone has boards that we share with each other all the time. So we all have the same info and things that we're doing. But just know we all one team to help each other and share together. So I want to make sure we all still stay on one accord with that, and know that you have, I got a lot of step kids on here, so I don't have no problem with step kids. So I have no problem with sharing, but understand that we all work together and as a team, it works better that way if you help one another, and you don't have to be on the same team for that to happen. Your most shoot, my best people be sidelines that I ain't even in business with. So, you meet those people, you learn from them, it help each other, it builds you up. So sometimes you may want to reach outside of your team just to just to darn squirrel moment. You may want to reach outside your team just to be able to see a sideline, to be able to learn from them. And you'll learn a lot you'll learn a lot for sure. So oh, and one other thing I wanted to go over, gotcha, Rusty. One other thing I wanted to go over was it is gone. It is gone. Oh, printing out the documents. So if you guys were not on this Monday's corporate call, every Monday night at 9 p.m. is our corporate call. They've already put out the document for this spring game plan. So if you don't have the document printed out, it's in your back office. It's the spring plan as to everything that the game plan is for March and April to help you towards being successful. If you're in the Southeast region or not, Lanisa does just starting every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. She's starting Zooms where every week she's doing some training for 7 weeks to help everyone on their journey towards getting to Diamond. I know in April they're going big on doing trainings on getting to Diamond. So if you're not plugged into whichever one of your regional sales managers for whichever area you're in, you need to get plugged into it, because I know everyone in each area is doing something. I'm in the northeast region, but guess what? I'm a step kid to the southeast region and the Midwest too, because I like Josh's green. So that helps out too. So you can always just go on other regions that you feel like you need to. And something else to go over with you guys in reference to it being the beginning of the month still, it's March 3rd, still the beginning of the month. You still have time to put your goals out there that you want to accomplish for this month. Steps to what's that thing called? Success bonus. There we go. Success bonus ends this month. So if any of you guys are trying to get that $2,500 bonus on top of your fast starts that you get, this month is the last month to get it. What does that mean? What does that include? That's doing 3 tier 1. Tier 1 means you personally enrolling 4 loyal customers that equal to 240 personal BV. If you don't accomplish that with 4 customers, then you need 6 by all means, but you need that BV. And you need to enroll 1 distributor. That counts as a tier 1 bonus. That's what that means when you hear that. So you got to do that 3 times. If you look at your tracker in your back office, when you click on esuite.itworks.com, you log in. That first page, as soon as you log in, the bottom right-hand side, you'll see the tracker sitting there. It'll tell you how many days you have left in this month to accomplish said goal to get the tier 1 bonuses done. When you do those 3 tier 1 bonuses, you want to get 3 tier 2 bonuses. What's the tier 2 bonus? Tier 2 bonus is helping those 3 new people that you just enrolled accomplish a tier 1 bonus. And by doing that, that now sets them towards getting their success bonus. that then entitles you to get a $350 bonus the following week. And then if you do that 3 times with those 3 people, you qualify for that success bonus where you get $2,500 broken up into 2 payments. You get the first one in April on the 15th and the second one in May on the 15th. So you have that available for you right now. You also have available getting to Diamond. If you get to Diamond this month or next month, you get a $10,000 bonus if you're doing it for the first time. If you lost your Diamond or above and you're re-ranking back at Diamond, then you get a $5,000 bonus. It's not like before where it used to be 24 payments. Now it's broken up into 10 payments. So now you get that bonus every month as long as you continue to qualify for it. So if you get to Diamond and then you go, whew, I'm Diamond, I'm done. The next month, you're going to lose that bonus. You got to build it with the momentum and keep pushing through it. When I went Diamond, I went double the next month. I stayed at Diamond 1 month because that momentum and you're pushing through it will take you right into the next rank if you continue to keep pushing through towards it, towards the next goal. And you know what that does? It pushes you further to the next one after that, where you're no longer worried about losing rank because you're continuing to push with the momentum. If you're building your team correctly and right, where you're actually developing your people to enroll people on their own and enroll distributors on their own, then your team is going to grow on its own naturally without you having to do tons of work. So you know what? Drop a 1 in the we already did 1. Drop a 2 in the comments if you earned any type of fast start bonus at all. Tier 1, tier 2, anything. Drop a 2 in the comments if you've earned 1, at least 1. Crickets, 2 people? Did I have to get 2? Is it only 2? Tap, tap, stay on. That's it. So that means we got work to do. Okay, so that means we got work to do, which means all this information that you're getting, not only from me, but from the different corporate leaders, the different Zooms that happen, you need those things to help you with your success, which means you need to really understand the tough love that we have that exists so that you can get that accomplished. And if you're taking the products and you're getting results and you're submitting those before and after pictures to put a 2 in the comments, please, Janet, Lord. So if you're getting your pictures up, go to It Works Connect app and click before and after and submit your before and afters, because you want to have those results to be able to put up, and then you'll have more people. Yeah, well, if mindset's the issue, you know what happens? That means you need to change your circle. And it's going to be hard, but guess what? It's going to feel so much better once you do. When you change your circle, it's going to feel so much better. And right now, because of all this bubble that we had with the pandemic, I've been able to change my circle so much so it feels so good. And on top of that, it feels crazy because I will block a person in a minute and X them right off the island. And you know why? Because it's more important than that person being in my energy, taking it down. So if you have people around you that if you like, ugh, you don't need the people around you. If there's people that you can't speak to when you first wake up or before you go to sleep at night because that anxiety and things happen, they don't need to be around you. That need to be people that you don't do 4 or 5 hours. Like, oh, I'm so busy. You needed something, and let those people will be all right. But just know that you can't be everybody's everything. You need to be your everything first, and then you can cater to who you need to cater to. But you got to come first. So if that person is the person giving you that anxiety or giving you that negativity that you don't, then they don't need to be around you. I mean,
get rid of the dead weight. You can't drag a person along. It's like climbing a mountain with 3 or 4 people on your back. You got 2 legs, use your own legs. I'll be here to support you, but I ain't dragging your ass up the hill. That's not going to happen.
That's right. And toughen and somebody's red valley to make that happen, because all that's doing is hurting you. So let that yellow go. Say sorry, you got to go, because right now I need to pop 2 confianza and block you. That's what I need to do, or just back something, but that's what got to happen. You got to put those when you. And then on top of that, if there is have to have around, they do not need the first ones you speak to in the morning or the at night. You got to be protected. Those are the people you speak to during the middle of the day. I got those. I speak to them in the middle of the day when I know my creativity is up, my energy is up, and they're not able to deter. But those people that don't count and don't mean anything and don't give anything to you, they don't need to be there. Right now, we everybody's living on their last days around here with pandemic stuff. We ain't got time to be worrying about what other people feel like. Let them go on somewhere.
You know, Carissa, free has no value. Never, never will, never has. You know, welfare don't work. It creates dependency. Every one of you after your independence. So therefore, that's the mindset you need, is to become an independent person. But you can't have all that unless they're a baby, one of your children is dependent on you, and then you're trying to cut them off from dependence to make them independent, to go to the next level. And so when you get out of that mindset and you think it's just okay to let them go, that's probably the best thing you could do for them, and it's daggone sure the best thing you can do for you, isn't it, Carissa?
Sure is. And the more that you continue to stay closer to the fire, the more it helps. If you journal, that helps. I know that helps us a lot, and that's why we do it every morning, because it helps. And I mean, you may need a Zoom or two. You may need to find that. I know I was on a Zoom that Rachel Wiggum did one time, and she was saying you have to find your best friend. This best friend is somebody that don't know you exist, but you know they exist. So this is the person that you go to and you stalk their page and you look at things that they do because you need that inspiration and that push to build you, but they don't know that you're their best friend. This is that person that you need to keep around you. Like I said, they don't know you exist though. This is for your personal, for you. You keep around you to get you that energy that you need. Me personally, I'm a red-blue personality. So I look for that type towards helping me grow. Or if I feel like I need to expand myself, then I'll go find some green stuff going on over there to challenge me to push further. But if you need that, and that's what you need to have around you. So you should always have a distributor best friend that don't know you exist, but you're able to go to and say, I need inspiration today. I need to go to that person's page and figure out what it is, or da 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 da. You know, so you got to have that. It may be 2 or 3 people. It may be 5 people that do that for you, but you just got to have that around you and adopt that energy that they have. I know somebody for me once upon a time was Pam Souter. Pam's energy is just like contagious. And when she walked into a room, you just be like, wow. And to have that still, those type of memories where when she just posts anything, the energy that she has projects through her posts. And so if you have people that do that for you, you keep that energy around you. Even if it's something that they don't know you know exists, you just keep that around you to help you out, if that makes sense. Like Rusty does does lives almost every day. Get on them lives and listen to it. He'll put you in shape with his words. He may curse once or twice too. Don't take it personal, but understand that it's meant for you to understand that everybody need that kick in the butt. And so Rusty got tons of lives you can go back and watch every day. And that helps out also with you know, whatever you need to accomplish or whatever kick in the butt you may need for that day. But you got to find it. You can't just feel sorry for yourself and be like, want, you know, this is happening, want. Me, I'm a person that looks for the results. You look for the solution. So you have to, if anything is happening, you need to find a solution for it. Okay, right now I'm not enrolling nobody. Why not? Okay, right now I got this bad energy around me. How can I fix that? Everything has got to be a question. How can you fix it? So put your goals right now in the comments as to what you want to accomplish for the month of March. I'm going to go back and screenshot this and send it to Rusty. So put your goals in the comments right now. What are you looking to accomplish for March? If you're looking to accomplish a success bonus, put that in there, but dissect it. What do you still need to make that bonus happen? If you're looking to re-rank to a position this month, put that in there, what it is and how much you need to make that happen. Because you can't put a goal out there and don't know what it takes to get it accomplished. So I should see everybody's fingers moving. I should see y'all real focused and getting in the comments. Okay, that means that's tier one that you want to accomplish. Sounds good. Find out how much BV that is for 240. I'm gonna break it down for you now. 240 times 3, you need 720 BV for that. So that'll be $150 times 3, $450. You need 3 DTs and 740 in BV. That's what you need for this month. Let's see what else we need to break down here. Re-rank, diamond, chart, tier 1. Okay, so you know to re-rank diamond, you can do it one of two ways. If you're re-ranking, of course, you can do it two ways. You can either get it through 10,000 BV, meaning one leg maximum 5,000 from, and everywhere else get the other 5,000 to get to 10,000, or you can re-rank through structure and only need 8,000 to do so. I just broke it down for you, Trina. What's your goal though? You can't just come in here saying break down diamond. Give me a goal to accomplish a tier 1. Okay, that sounds good. You can accomplish that tier 1 if you put your results out there more often. You got to do it almost every other day. You got great results. So all you have to do is just put them out there every other day. People will buy celery from you. People will buy the skinny tea from you. People will buy those products because they know that they work, because you've already showed us your testimony from it. Your testimony's got to go out there. Everybody not going to see that one post you made 5 weeks ago. You got to keep putting it out there. You got to put it in your stories. You got to reword it 15 different ways to make it happen. I'm going 4 and 1 at least twice. Okay, that sounds good. So that means 2 distributors, and you need to have at least a minimum of 8 customers, and that total BV this month needs to be at least 480. And one thing I love about this 4 and 1, and it happened the same month. Did y'all know that this month you can enroll 4 customers and that BV be 600, and then all you need is those 4 more customers to be the other 2. It all can count together. I just messed that math up, but it can all count together to that 700, that whatever that 7. No, what I want to say. 40 times 2. Thank you. It's late. The on, but that's so like for me last month. That's what happened. Like I accomplished my tier 1, and then I was almost close to it again, where I only needed one more L, but I needed like 180 something or something like that. So it took more customers to make that happen, but you can get that accomplished. It all can count together. You can get 2 DTs and 8 Ls as long as it all comes up to that 480 B together this month to count. I ain't seeing all these goals here. It's 25 people in here. Definitely not 25 people that. Please don't make me call your name. Yeah, I want to passport. Okay. Rank Ruby. March is go diamond. Sounds good. Re-ranking Ruby is 3 legs of at least 400 BV, and your group volume needs to be 2,000. Products. Sounds good to me, Kevin. Nice story. Oh, make sure you take some pictures now and take a ton of them to have befores. Front, side, back, like 5 angles of each one. When everybody take their after, not make it exact. There's very few that can do that. But make sure that you guys take a ton of your befores so that those afters match. For some reason, you kind of not in the mood to do befores because the energy just ain't right. Like, you can't stand what you look like now. So the before picture always don't look right. But I need y'all to find just some sort of a perk to make it look great, because those afters are gonna always match it. Okay, I'm about to start calling names. I'm gonna give you 2 more seconds. Start writing in here. I don't see mine that has wrote in here. Jerry. Okay, there's somebody that just posted in there. Who's this with this pink?
Can I say something real fast about
Sure.
that? Like, yeah, do your before pictures. I lost a lot of weight when I first started 3 years ago, and that's the biggest regret I have, because my befores weren't like the best. And yeah, don't feel bad. Do it, like, seriously, you'll thank yourself, because yeah. And now this round I'm doing it, I'm making sure to take all the angles, because you want that for your record and just to show yourself how far you've come too.
Because everybody's before you're hiding from the camera. So you barely got your face peeked out, or you got your body out a little bit, but you ain't fully, yeah. And corporate will be like, no, that's not you. Sorry. Rosie, did you put your results in there? Chantel, did your results go in there? I seen yours going in. James, I didn't see you. Amanda, let's see. Kendall, yours go in there. Jimmy, I didn't see you. Tiffany, Amanda, let's see who else. Thank you, Ken. Oh, I see it. There you go. Thank you. Still don't see some more, y'all. Oh, okay, you're gonna get off so that you ain't gotta put them in here. Got it. Come on, put those goals in here. We got something else. We got it's time over. So I want to get those goals in here so I can save them. Still don't see you, Sherry. Deanna, did you put your goal in there?
Don't be scared to make a commitment and for us to help hold you accountable. That's what most people, reason you won't put it in there, because you don't want to be held accountable. But you'll spend the money. If you make that money, it'd be great. And if you get that weight off, you'll be great. How I've been here for 20 years, this month, 20 years ago, I've been paid every month for 20 years off of what we did in March. 1 month. Come after it, just got bigger. And you're in the most pivotal month of the entire history of your year. And I would come after this like fighting fire. The one thing you want to have to do is throw all the excuses in the trash, get very vocal about your goals, and put it out there where we can help you achieve them. And it's accountability. So let this be a no excuse March. It's March Madness, and we're going to call it March Madness because there's some things that's fixing to happen that you don't know about. If I were y'all, I would be running like my rear end was on fire. I'd be trying to find me a big lake to jump in to put it out. But you know what? If you set yourself on fire, they'll come to watch you burn. And when you make up your mind, I'm going to burn, baby, burn, you become one thing: unpredictable. Most people are so predictable. They're like, well, I'll give her 2 weeks. That's what she did last time. No, this should be the last time, and you're going to do it right this time forever. And when you make up your mind, it's just making up your mind. But Chris has touched on so many key things tonight. It will help you go from where you are to anywhere you want to be. You just got to determine where you want to be. But you've got to stop making excuses why you are where you are. And this is so rough, and the bills and the children. You know, some of you, if you was my mamas and daddies, I just want to go homeless. You know why? Because I would feel like you blame me for everything we did. Well, I did it for my babies. And because my kids, I couldn't really work my business. My children were my why. And I promise you, I spent 18, 20 hours a day in my office working around the clock with Pam Souter and Mark Pentecost, because that was us, around the clock, calling everybody that I could get on the telephone. I could get a voice on the other end. And when I found you, I said, who do you know? Let's call them right now. I promise you, if you become a right now group of people, at the end of this month, your life will have changed forever. Now, here's how I know that: firsthand knowledge and a matter of fact, because that's what happened to us 20 years ago in March. 20 years ago in March, and I hadn't woke up my alarm clock since, because we got committed and we put the time in, but we didn't blame the kids. We didn't blame my poor mother. I didn't blame my sick father. And my father was sick, kidney failure. I had to get it done. You know why? I wanted a better life. I wanted to live a free life with my 2 little girls. Instead of them being my excuses, they become my why. But when my why became my must, M-U-S-T, things begin to happen, because I must get it done, because those were my whys. And when you make up your mind, that's what you're going to do at that particular level. Absolutely nothing can stop you. Nothing. And you know what? Everything about your life, your physical well-being and your financial well-being will reflect the effort you put into it this month. Because this summer, while everybody else is slaving and sweating at work, you won't have to be. You hit Diamond, you go to Double Diamond, I bet you everybody on this Zoom will walk off of your job. You get the momentum going, you won't have to go back to somebody else to tell you what to do all the time. Overpaid slaves is what I was at the bank. That's exactly what I told them when I fired them. Hey, ask y'all something. You ever had a dream of firing your boss? You just walk in one morning and just say, hey, why are you late? Because I decided I didn't want to show up. But I just come by to tell you something. I want you, I appreciate you, and well, you're fired. They get confused. I'm fired. What does that mean? It means I don't work for you no more, is what that means. And I'll see you. When you make up your mind, that's what you're going to do, and you go do it, you will feel so empowered when you walk out of there. The tears will be running down your face because you know you've done it. You're going after your freedom. You're going after everything that means something to you. You're going to create the memories that you and your family's going to have. And you're not going to spend most of your life working that job. And when you get to retire, you got about 11 years left. Then you're so wore out you can't have fun. And all the memories you could have made with the people that's important to you, they're already grown up and gone. And that's all you got. It's what you should have, could have done. And you should have grew upset to go do it now. And it's never too late to do it right now. It's never. And you got a team here that's in momentum. I mean, this thing is picking up every day, just hard. I mean, it's really picking it up. And you get caught in the draft, but make your contribution. See, everybody on the team, I played football a lot of years. There's 58 men on the roster. There's 11 men on the field at the time. Every man on the field had a different position. And when you found a great team, it wasn't about the position, it was about the disposition. It's how we lived life every day, how hard we practiced, but every person on the field executed his position all at one time. When you start executing your position and you do it consistently over and over again, you move the ball and you will continue to score. And then you'll expect it. That's what you expect. All you're going to do here with what she's teaching you tonight is you're changing your expectancy and you believe that you deserve it. And once you change the expectancy, and I believe I deserve it, you'll take the necessary actions to get it done, because it's what? It just became your must, which is fueled by your why.
All right. Thank you so much for being on. We'll see you next Thursday. Our special guest will be on then. We had to reschedule it for next week. So until then, there's tons of Zooms that's happening. If you missed something or need one or need a recording, reach out. Closed mouths don't get fed. Just reach out and you can get that information and get whatever you need to help with fulfilling you. So enjoy y'all night.